Hi beauties, and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is all about the makeup look that I'm wearing right now. I'm going to complete a get ready with me using luxury products that I was influenced to buy. So if you'd like to find out more, then just keep watching. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you for joining me for today's video. And if you're new to my channel, go ahead and click that subscribe button and turn on your post notifications. That way you won't miss any of my uploads. So I've created this look. It's very soft, very workday appropriate. Just wanted to create something using a lot of products that I have been influenced to buy. So I picked up a lot of products based on recommendations. I've been watching a lot of Best in Beauty videos myself and really wanted to try some of the products that people were talking about. After I made a few purchases, I realized I had enough to create a makeup look for you guys. So I have on a lot of new products as well as a few that I have recently purchased. Most of it is luxury high-end makeup. I have some Victoria Beckham over here, Makeup by Mario, YSL, Givenchy, some Fenty, some Jaclyn Hill, Dior. I have a lot that I have on my face right now. So without further delay, let's go ahead and jump into today's video. As I mentioned, I'm trying out some new products. I made two separate orders, so I have two boxes here. In this box, I have the primer, which is what we're starting with. There's a little card here about the holidays. It was still the holiday season when I made my purchase, and there's also a nice little makeup bag. Let me go ahead and prep my skin with Fix Plus, then we'll get started. I also have on my Clinique moisturizer. I did not use sunscreen today because I wanted to see what this primer does by itself without those other products interfering. So I just opted out of sunscreen today. But I have been doing a good job of wearing my sunscreen every day. Okay, so I'm going to start with the primer that I have. This says Victoria Beckham by Augustinus Bader. This person creates skincare. I've never purchased from this brand. I think it is quite high-end, and there are some viral skincare items that people love, like the face cream. This says Cell Rejuvenating Priming Moisturizer Illuminating Complexion Cream. It says to smooth 1 to 2 pumps evenly over face, neck, and décolleté. Wear it alone for subtle moisturized glow or under makeup to enhance the performance. Very beautiful packaging, very luxurious, and there's a pump. So let's see. We're going to put that much on. Ooh, very pretty. It seems to be fragrance free. It has nice tacky feel, as if my skin is prepped for makeup. How long will this last me? Oh, and this one says golden. I don't know if I said that before. It has a 6-month shelf life, and it has 15 mils or 0.5 ounces. Can't remember what I paid for it, but it was pricey, and I did use a discount code, but I'll link everything down below. But it was kind of pricey. So this is probably something that I will use for special occasions so that it will last me the full 6 months. But very nice. I do see a healthy radiance. What I'm hoping is that underneath my makeup, I'm going to really see a difference. So we'll see. I'm going to quickly do a little cocktail. I don't have a foundation, so I'm just going to do a cocktail of what I have remaining of my La Mer. I currently wear amber. I think this was honey, but I'm almost kind of out of this, and I like to mix it with my All Hours foundation because this one is too deep for me right now. This is too light, so I get a perfect shade match with this. I love my cocktail. It just, to me, turns out really nice together. I do this a lot. I mix a lot of foundations. I see nice radiance. Look at the radiance on my cheeks. Definitely, I can see the radiance and that glow underneath from the primer. So I'm feeling good like that. The next product that I wanted to try that's luxury, high-end, that I have heard a lot of people talking about. This is the YSL Touche Éclat High Cover Radiant concealer. They have a couple of products, like they have a brightening pen, but you have to be certain that you choose the concealer. So I'll link it down below. And this is in the shade 4.5. You don't get much product with this either. This is like a peachy color, actually. It kind of looks peachy. I'm not feeling like I'm getting any product. So we'll just blend this out. I think it's covering pretty well, but it doesn't look like I have a lot on. So I'll probably put a little bit more on. The little bit that I applied is covering the dark circles pretty well. Pretty good. But I'm gonna apply a little bit more if I can get it. I'm not getting anything. Pens are cute, but can we just get a regular concealer bottle, please? I had to turn the camera off and go rogue to get it started again, and then some more product came out. But it's like I had to tear it, like, We'll see once I add my powder if I feel like it's full coverage. I definitely like the natural appearance, but I don't know if I would call it full coverage because I can still see like a little mark there. And I'm going to just grab a brush instead so that I don't buff it away. A lot of times I do apply my concealer with a brush, but today I felt like using a sponge. So maybe if you want a more full coverage result, use a brush instead, because that did kind of help when I just applied the brush to that one area. This is good so far because I don't see any creasing in my under eyes, like it's not accentuating my lines. So I like that part. It's just not a lot of product, and the pen is a little bit frustrating, and it remains to be seen how full coverage it actually is. So I'm going to use my Givenchy powder to powder all over. This is the shade that has like the greens and blues and purples, and the shade is the most translucent. We're just going to do under the eye right now because I do have some cream products I need to try out. This looks nice. This looks nice so far. And of course, I'll dust all this powder off in a little bit, but we have a cream product. Aren't you guys proud of me? I remembered. Okay, I have another product that I've heard a lot of people talking about. This is the Makeup by Mario SoftSculpt Shaping Stick. It's a contour stick, and the shade I have is dark. Not a big cream person, more because I just forget. This is the top, okay? And this is what the shade looks like. And let's just put a little bit there so you can see how rich that one is. Beautiful. I think this is the deeper one. I love this color. I love this color. All right, I'm gonna go back and use what's on my hand too, but let's start here. This is the Sonia G Sculpt 2 brush to blend this in. Ooh. Wow. I might have been able to use the shade under this, but this still makes the most sense for me because I am like, this is my winter self, and the darker shade will probably work best year round. It doesn't take much. Maybe I can do the rest of my face with what's left on the back of my hand. It's actually gorgeous. I'm going to put a little here and here. It's very, very creamy, as I have heard, and it blends out quite easily. I think I might need a little bit more. Maybe a little more in these areas here. I may try to go back and get my nose a little bit later. So we'll see if I remember. I may go back once I dust off the powder and see if it will allow me to contour my nose then. That's really, really pretty. And it's not too red. It's definitely deeper and more of a, I don't want to call it neutral because I don't see it as a neutral shade either, but it does look like a product that is meant to sculpt the face, not just bronze, but it warms up the skin enough where you may not need bronzer. So very pretty. I like it. I just scared myself a little bit up here. Scared myself. I'm going to go ahead and pop on a little bit of this Westman Atelier blush. And I think this one is Petal. And I did use this before. I applied it to a brush and then buffed it in. But today I'll just put it directly on my cheeks. Let's see what it does. This is what it looks like. Pink, mauve, rosy pink. And it has a magnetic case. Very luxurious. I'm going to take this reference brush and just sort of blend it in. And we'll go back with probably a powder blush as well a little bit later. What I'm liking about these creams is nothing is moving. Like my foundation is not moving as I apply these cream products, which is great. Oh, that's so subtle. That's so pretty. Let's add a little bit more to the apples. Oh, it's such a subtle pink. I like it. Oh, doesn't she look so sweet? And skin still looks radiant. They still look so radiant. These are all products I was influenced to buy. Going back into the Givenchy powder, using my Longwear brush, influenced by that too. And just kind of pop it over everything. I'm going to complete my brows off camera and I'll be right back. It's time for them to be threaded. They're starting to look like that. So let's zoom in, guys, so that we can test out some eyeshadow. You'll notice too, guys, I don't have on my lights today because I wanted to have a little bit more true color with everything that I'm applying to my face. And sometimes my lights in the back, they warm the video up too much for me. So I decided to not have them on today. I'm unwrapping another product from Victoria Beckham from my little tissue paper. I saw another YouTuber talking about this product in their yearly favorites. This is Lid Lusters, and the one that she talked about was in mink. And it was like a one and done type of eyeshadow, and I wanted to see, is it a one and done eyeshadow? No, no. This is what the packaging looks like. Oh my gosh, so you're paying for the packaging for sure. But she is Posh Spice, of course, so I can understand. All right, so my daughter says that my English accent is terrible, and it is. Hers is much better than mine. Mine is awful. But here we go. This is also on the shadow, like a little cover that comes off. And this is the shadow. Okay, I added a little bit more concealer on my lids. I used like a little potted concealer here. Didn't see any instructions, so I'm just gonna use my common sense. So one of the reasons I wanted this was it's supposed to be one and done. So I want to see if it can blend out all over the lid and look like something, even though it's just one shadow. So I want to see if the one and done thing concept will work. And I actually think it's going to match what I'm wearing. That was not intentional. Oh my goodness. Wow. That is really, really pretty. Oh gosh, y'all. And it is going on the lid like a silky dream. So we're going to start out applying this to the lid. And then we're going to blend it out and see what happens. It's kind of a taupe color. Which is something that you could probably wear every day and it will be beautiful with a lot of things. Let's blend it out, what I have so far, and then see if I need to add anything. Oh gosh, I'm not sure if this brush is clean. Need a clean brush for this experiment. We're going to switch brushes. One that doesn't seem to have a color. I'm going to apply a little bit more so that I don't have to work so hard to blend it into the crease. We're going to take it up a little bit. Let's get to blending. Oh wow. Oh my goodness. Wow. Oh, wow, they were correct. What I'd heard was that as you're blending this out, it's almost like you're blending out a matte. If you blend out a little bit too much, just add a little more. Definitely love this and would agree this is definitely a one and done type of shadow. You just blend it out and you're good. Love this. All right, now I have some Victoria Beckham pencils. There's some lip liners and eyeliners in the mix over here. They come with a little sharpener, I believe, in the cutest little box. They will always come in handy. I have black and I have fig. Ooh. Let me dust off any remaining powder that I have on my face so that I'm not too dry. This is black. This is like a purple, and I think this is a new shade. So this is the shade Fig. These feel super high-end in my hand. Feel very different. So this is, oh my God, I barely touched my hand. That is so creamy. Oh my goodness. So that's Fig, and it's sort of a purple kind of color. Let's see how black that is. Oh my God. Oh gosh. I don't want to like these eyeliners because then I'm going to have to order them. I want to smudge it and I'm not sure if this dries fast, so let's smudge it out some. As I was smudging, I remembered that it comes with a smudger on the other end and actually it's working nicely. Like as I was using my other brush, I realized that. Okay, not only do I like the pencil itself, it's very creamy, but the color is beautiful. Let's see how this lines my upper lid in black. And then I may actually pull some black over into the corner to kind of define that a little bit more. So let's see. Wow. Trying to see if I can kind of make it look like I have a little bit of a wing. And then I will clean that up. Like I'm just sort of going a little ham. And then we will clean it up with a concealer brush in just a moment. Same thing over here. We're just playing with makeup today. And I actually decided to go ahead and still put black in my waterline because I just can't do without my black. But I do still have the Fig underneath. So I'm going to dust away this powder where I kind of shaped the eyes a little bit. Dust this away, and this is what we are left with. I'm going to go ahead and apply my lashes, and I will be back in a moment and I will be zoomed out. I'm going to just go back to an oldie but goodie bronzer. This is my Gucci bronzer. My Gucci bronzer is in the shade 04, and we're just kind of going to go over the contour and just sort of warm up the skin a little bit. Let's see if I can contour my nose a little bit with my Mario stick. I'm going to use my contour brush to just get a little bit of the product instead of putting it directly on my nose. Get a little Michael Jackson nose. Alright, we're going to take my beauty blender and just sort of blend that out. And I might need to actually add a little bit of powder just to soften that contour. The blush looks really good just as it is, but I'm going to add a little bit of the Dior blush because this was viral. I was influenced to buy it. So we'll just add a little bit of that as well on top of my petal color. Put a little on my nose there. I wanted to get the Rare Beauty highlighter, but it is currently sold out. So recently I started using this Jaclyn Hill highlighter, and this one is in Mesmerized. It looks like this. Packaging stunning, bulky but stunning. And actually this is a really good highlighter. It is like very, very sort of silky, and I wasn't necessarily influenced to buy it, but I wanted to wear this on camera. We will be using this one today, but look at how wet your cheek is just from this. I hear the Rare Beauty gives you like this glass-like appearance, but so does this one. It doesn't have a lot of glitter particles or any of that either. And I think it gives you a kind of glass-like appearance as well. So I'm gonna buff out any harsh lines that I may have. Gonna carve out my cheeks here. And then I'm gonna go just take whatever's remaining on this brush just to go over it a little bit. I put a little bit of mascara on my bottom lashes because I forgot earlier, and I'm also gonna take this highlighter and highlight my inner tear duct really quickly. I have a lip liner from Victoria Beckham. This is the number 5, also pretty packaging. So let's give it a go. First, let's put it on my hand here. We have a winner. Nice color. It's not as creamy as the eyeliner, which is good, I think, because then it won't move. It's a super, super sharp pencil. This is giving me Foxy Brown vibes from Charlotte Tilbury, you know, one of my favorites. So I decided to bring over like one of my favorite lipsticks from Charlotte Tilbury because I know how I feel about this lipstick. This is Bitch Perfect. Oh, this is lovely. Okay, so this is without gloss. And you know, I'm gonna apply gloss. Oh, I love the lip liner. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. Yes. So for a gloss, this is just Sweet Mouth from Fenty. It's a gloss bomb. Everybody loves these. I ran out of this one recently and I've been like putting off buying it. It's this beautiful kind of baby pink color and it's just great for like topping lipstick, I think. See how it's just this really milky color? This is like almost like a clear, but just the perfect amount of color. This adds like the perfect amount of like softness to your lips. I just love this. Let's go ahead and set. I haven't used this one in a while. This is Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Setting Spray, and this is a new one. I filmed my outro and noticed that when I touched up my jawline here, some powder got all over my clothes. You guys probably saw it and were like, get that powder. So we're gonna just make sure it's all gone now. So let's go ahead and talk about some of the items that I applied and what I think. So the primer, I love how this feels. I love how it looks. I enjoyed how everything looked throughout the process. Like I could see the glow underneath the foundation. And I feel like I'm getting that sort of radiant vibe. Now, of course, I have on highlighter and other products that also may be contributing to it, but I really think I'm liking what I'm seeing here as far as the radiance that it's giving me. So we will see as I continue to use this how it works underneath other foundations and how it wears all day. What I'm happy about, it seems to be wearing well as far as long wearing goes, and it's not getting oily. So far, I'm not feeling like any oils coming through, but I'm wearing it with some of my most expensive foundations. So we'll see how this wears with other foundations, but very good first impression. You don't get much and it is expensive, but I'm excited to have that. I really like the concealer. In my mirror and in my monitor, I see a little bit of the shadow from my dark circles, even though this claims to be full coverage. However, I'm 49 years old. I really do have significant dark circles, and it's asking a concealer a lot to expect it to cover it completely without a color corrector. So sometimes I am forgiving when it comes to concealers and dark circles because it's a hard job. Sometimes you look, more natural if they peep through a little bit, because the more you cover, the more product you have to apply, and sometimes the like more makeup-y you begin to look. I didn't want to apply too much. I didn't want cakey under eyes. So it may be something that you can build up and be able to cover a little bit more. I probably won't do that often because of the amount you get. If you keep applying more, then this won't last very long if you have to apply a lot. But obviously using a pen that only applies the smallest amount is not going to give you the amount of product that some of the other concealer applications would give you. So that could be part of the reasons why you're going to continue to see some darkness, because you're not putting on as much product. But I will say the things that I'm loving about it is I love the shade, and I like the brightness that I'm seeing. Like I see this kind of brightening, highlighting effect that I'm seeing, but I didn't apply a shade that is, you know, too bright under the eye. Because sometimes it can be way too bright and it's very obvious you put something on there. So it's the perfect shade. That's the first bonus. Also, it is not settling into any fine lines or accentuating those fine lines. And it is not creasing, and it feels super lightweight under the eye. This to me does not look cakey at all. It looks extremely natural. Definitely worth the hype. I really like this. So what I will try is maybe mixing it with a more full coverage concealer so that I'm getting the benefits of whatever magic is in here, but getting more full coverage out of whatever concealer I mix it with. So I may try mixing it with other things, or I'll just be okay with seeing just the slightest grayness. But it is doing a good job to give me pleasant under eyes. I'm liking it. The SoftSculpt contour stick, I love this. I was a little bit nervous at first because I applied, I guess, a lot. So really probably go in lightly with this until you know how it's going to look on you. So it did actually blend out beautifully and it looked really nice, and I love kind of how it did sculpt everything. Love the color. I probably could have worn the shade lighter than this, but this one was in stock and that one was sold out, and I probably still would have purchased this one to make sure that it was dark enough for me all year long, because I'm at my lightest right now. I'm at my fairest. So really like this. It was easy to blend and it looked beautiful on the skin. The eyeliner pencils from Victoria, the packaging feels so luxurious, like definitely feels like a more high-end product in my hand. And I actually really loved how these felt on the eye and how creamy they were. I'm typically a person that lines my lids with, like the upper lid I'm going to line with a liquid. It's definitely different for me to use a pencil, but this was creamy enough where it was easy to blend out, smudge out, and to achieve the look that I have on today. This will be good for every day for people who like to line their waterline as well as their upper lid. It will be very easy and simple to achieve the look that you want with this. I really like the purple, but I'm just a black eyeliner girl, so I will continue to play with this and maybe we'll try it again by itself in the future. So love that. One of my favorite things, and like the reason I went to Victoria Beckham's site, was this eyeshadow. I really wanted to try this mink eyeshadow because the person said it was just this perfect shade and a perfect shadow for one and done looks. And I really was intrigued when they said that you could blend it out as if you had on a matte, and it just blended into the crease. And I would agree that it does blend out very well. I only have this one eyeshadow on my eye. I can't believe that I was able to achieve the look that I'm wearing with the one eyeshadow. It's really beautiful on. It's true to color. Like it really looks on my eye the way that it looks in the pan. It looks really beautiful. It seems like it would be gorgeous on a lot of people. Like it looks really good on me as a woman of color, but other people who like this taupey color would enjoy this. So I definitely am going to put this on my vanity as like an everyday work day kind of color and will reach for it. This is great, and I may want to try this in other shades, but I love this. This is fantastic. I have on these products like my Gucci, of course, it's tried and true. I have a big old dent in this from where I've used it for some time now, and this Dior blush is new and it goes really well with Petal. Like the two shades complement each other. I could use one or the other, did not have to use both, but I tend to use both to give you guys a look at two different products, because not everybody's gonna love creams and not everybody's gonna love powder, but either one of these are beautiful. And I just love that soft kind of everyday kind of baby pink look that it gives you. And even me, a woman of color, I can achieve a baby pink type of look even as a woman of color. So love both of those. The Givenchy powder that I have on, I love that. I just repurchased it. This is like such bulky packaging. You want to travel with it, it's going to take up a lot of space. So that's the one drawback, is that it's a bulky package, but the highlighter itself, it's stunning. I wouldn't expect anything less from Jaclyn Hill. Probably one of my favorite things, so I hope I don't lose this because it's small. One of my favorite things today is this lip liner. Like, I'm loving this. I always use my Foxy Brown lip liner, and I have some by Pat McGrath that I also use, but I have struggled to find the perfect brown with Pat McGrath, but I do use those. And this one is just like my Foxy Brown, like the perfect brown. And I really like brown lip liner. I try other shades of lip liner, but I just don't like them. This one is beautiful. It went on very easily, and I love the color. So fantastic there. This lip gloss, guys, you all know, I just love this. I have a sweet special place in my heart for it. Since I tried my very first gloss bomb, I don't think I have been without a gloss bomb. This is probably one of the lip glosses that I have purchased the most of, because I've purchased a few holiday sets. I've gifted them to people. I've probably purchased this brand of lip gloss more than any. Best setting spray, like one of the best that's out there right now, is the Charlotte Tilbury setting spray. So thank you so much for joining me for today's video. I hope that you enjoyed this Get Ready With Me full of all these products that I was influenced to buy. If you like this video, give it a big thumbs up. If you have any questions or comments, leave them down below and I will respond. And if you've not already subscribed to my channel, go ahead and click that subscribe button before you leave. So I'll be seeing you guys again very soon in my next video. So until the next time we meet again, this is Savvy signing out.